Don't touch him, but he's allowed to come in this unit, this strange man that I don't know, looking and seeing my belongings, my stuff, there is going outside. I don't know what's going on. That goes to my thing. He's not allowed to break my stuff, but obviously they don't care about my stuff, and he's removing his property with Willie and his other homeboy who talk too damn much, you know.
T. Thomas.
Stay right there.
Goddamn.
Gotta drop your stuff, terrible.
Just put it right here for now. Right here. Put it on top of that for now.
Just a bed, that's it.
TV, eh?
Holding the TV, that's all.
Where are you going? Wow, Willie gets to go in the bedroom where I have my undergarments out, my personal supplies out. Willie gets to come in here. Mr. Talk Too Fucking Much gets to also come in here. He's touching the bedding. He's touching my bedding. This man that I don't know what his man has been. They got shoes on in the place. He's putting this is absolutely fucking ridiculous. This is ridiculous. He just set all of the, what is this? I can't even goddamn think straight. He done set all the pillows and the covers and whatnot on the floor as they're walking on them with their nasty shoes, removing the bed. Mr. Talk-a-lot right here who doesn't know what's going on, but he has an opinion. This is him right here that's running hazard. They're moving Eddie Monster. He's steadily filming.
His name is Willie. His name is Willie.
So he just put my life in danger with these extra 2 men. I don't know, including.
I'm gonna cut in here for a second, y'all. Listen, ladies. With great power comes great responsibility. Okay? I'm gonna just say that right from the jump because society has empowered a lot of the ladies for their own good, for society's own good, for their own safety, ultimately. They've empowered you with a force field of protection around you to where if someone does harm to you, they're going to face severe consequences. So you have like a power that you have that was bestowed upon you or a privilege. With great power comes great responsibility. And I say this because you shouldn't abuse it. These dudes right here couldn't be more professional. And she's following them around and she's antagonizing them when they're just doing her job and she didn't handle her priorities, her responsibilities. So I just wanted to make a news flash to that because it's not right that you just get to keep antagonizing somebody, basically trying to get them to do something and be liable on your behalf. That should not be allowed. Because like I said, you all have a power out here that you've been privileged with. So you need to use it responsibly. Just like as men, we have a certain power, certain physicality that we have to be responsible for. Otherwise, we're going to face consequences. Y'all, if you could like the video, I greatly appreciate it. It only takes a second and it helps me out tremendously. So I want to ask on the front end because I know it can be easy to forget. I forget all the time. But if you could like, it would help very much. And also if you could hype. Let's go ahead and get back into the clip.
So he just put my life in danger with these extra 2 men. I don't know, including the police. So he just, this is him right here.
What I also don't like is how she said that they tried to put her life in danger. This whole interaction was recorded. And thank goodness it was. Because had it not been, who knows if she would have tried to run with that story and try to get these guys hemmed up when they did nothing and when they were completely innocent. How are you going to be antagonizing somebody, following somebody around, talking ish, and then try to turn back and shamelessly lie and say that they put your life in danger? This is insane.
Yeah, I'm homeless. I ain't got nowhere to go. I'm in a storage unit right now with all my shit. Can you believe that? I left the relationship. I chose peace, a release, a breath of fresh air. And I'm gonna have a house pretty soon. I'm manifesting an upstairs and a downstairs house, a luxury home.
All this manifestation I keep hearing. And I don't see nothing manifested.
And I'm gonna get everything that I manifest and pray for. Because I'm that bitch. You're that bitch, Nunu. You're that bitch, Andrea. You're that bitch, Soy Queen, natural queen. I will always be that bitch. I will always bounce back. Being at the bottom, getting it out the mud is something I've been doing since birth. I've been always getting it out the mud. I've always came out on top. They always counted me out, and I ended up being a goat. I will always be authentic to me. I will always be real with me. At the end of the day, I feel like that's all that matters. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I am going to keep prospering. I'm going to keep believing in myself. I'm going to keep elevating, keep stacking, keep saving. Here we go. Yeah, I'm home.
I'm not mad at trying to, be positive, right? But at the same time, we have to be real. Who think who thinks me as a man, if I met this young lady and she wasn't in this situation, and I was living in a storage unit, homeless, dusty, but then I'm running around talking about I'm that ninja, I'm the GOAT. Who thinks she wouldn't humble me real quick and let me and tell me why I'm not? So that's a bit delusional. And I think we have to understand, because like I said, I'm not mad at her being optimistic. I'm not mad at her. I'm not mad at her being positive, I guess, trying to put a positive spin on it. But there is a key difference between being mentally strong and headstrong. Headstrong is driven by ego and the need to be right. When you're mentally strong, you're driven by values and you're driven by the need to get the right result. And what happens a lot of times with headstrong people, which is probably why she got into it with her boyfriend, is a lot of times they become rigid and loud whenever they're challenged. And also, they're not that flexible. And they tend to break when things don't go according to plan. And ultimately, they just have the mentality that they're going to do it their way regardless. And a mentally strong person is able to make adjustments and do what works regardless. And that's the difference. I think she's more headstrong. And that's going to hurt her in the long term if she doesn't get a grip on it.
Before this video, I literally screamed and I asked God why. I asked God why. Y'all, 3 years ago, I had my own shit, had my own place. I thought I was blessed, and then I got in this situation. I lost everything. I lost everything a year ago. And I'm out here in these streets for my fucking self, but I got no home. I don't have no nothing. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know where I'm gonna go. I wake up every day surviving. I wake up every day trying to figure out how I'm gonna keep a roof over my head, how I'm gonna eat. Like, people understand. Until this day, I thought I would never be in this situation ever. And now I'm in this situation. I don't know what the fuck he do. And I'm losing it. I'm fucking losing it. I don't got nothing or nobody to help me. I even tried getting help and can't nobody help me. And I mean, nobody can help me.
This ain't it, ladies. This ain't it. This is not it. She is out there fending with the elements. She's out there going up against Mother Nature. This is not it. I'm sorry. Listen. Let's talk about equality for a second, right? Because I think when a certain segment decided to advocate for equality, I think they were only hyperfixated on the positive outcomes of equality and the positive results that you can get with equality, but they weren't really thinking about with equality that also means you can receive the negative outcomes as well. And as a man, I understand this. If I make certain decisions, there are certain negative outcomes that can come from that I will have to live with permanently. And what I'm seeing more and more, which is crazy enough, because when we do government assistance videos, you only see women on government assistance for the most part, and that's really who it's only available for, honestly. But yet, when we come on here, I only can really find homeless videos of women. Now, that could be because men already understand that by us coming online complaining that we're homeless or whatever our situation is, there's not going to be much sympathy in mass for us. But what I don't understand is why you all still, things really still aren't equal. You all still have safety nets that a lot of us fellas don't have, but we're still ending up in this situation. And it's because you did not think about the fact that there are also going to be, when you have equality, you also have to understand that there's going to be a quality of negative outcomes as well as positive outcomes. So I think that's why we're seeing a lot of this. I think people really didn't think things through. And I didn't give my opinion either way. But I'm just speaking objectively about the facts of the way things are.
Is the city I live in. This is disgusting. Anyone who thinks this is permissible should not be in anybody's leadership. This is a baby's picture.
Just touching on the permissible aspect, at the end of the day, the rules are if you don't pay, then you don't stay. And for sure, if she was a landlord, she would want it to be permissible if she wasn't getting her money so she can go ahead and get somebody else up in that property that's going to pay that money. It's that simple.
Talk about it. Section 8 is a blessing. It was created to help people who are struggling, not as a trap, but as a trampoline. It's supposed to give folks room to breathe while they rebuild. Mentally, financially, emotionally, spiritually. Let's be real, not everybody uses this like that. Instead of elevating, some people are doing everything that they can to stay stuck. And it's not because they can't grow. It's because they've grown comfortable and struggle. The first thing is, if I make too much money, they'll raise my rent. So instead of leveling up their income, people start turning down hours, quitting jobs, choosing under the
Yeah, I mean, we see it all the time. And it's becoming more and more common to not only abuse and do the things that she's talking about, but also now, like I go back to the first point about with great power comes great responsibility. Power corrupts, absolute power corrupts absolutely. Just like that first woman. She has all the power and it corrupted her. Same with the benefits. People had all the power and they got corrupted. Now they're bragging about the things that should really, if you are getting over on the system, the smart thing to do would be to really just keep it to yourself. But they just can't do it because it's just too much power. They feel like Thanos. We're going to go ahead and leave it there for the day, y'all. If you could like the video again, I would greatly appreciate it. It helps more than you know. Also, if you could hype the video. Hype is a new feature for smaller content creators like myself. And when you hype, you just press the hype button just like you press the like button. And it'll show you the points. And what it does is it pushes smaller content creators the same way it pushes larger content creators, the algorithm. So if you could do that, I'd greatly appreciate it. And also Patreon's link below. If you're interested in self-improvement content, But until then, I'll catch you in the next video.